Renato felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Peppino's idiotic... She'd vanished from Swordfu School. From his life. Without even saying goodbye. Without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Renato was aware of her feelings. Maybe this was a bad idea. But was he letting his own feelings get the better of him? Ah, Lapina was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows... Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase. He'd once met a pirate captain who used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again? Well, no sense collecting more materials. It was time to make something pointy. He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his. Imagine if you built a house in one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat. Renato reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, all the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebel secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her? As they reached the ruins, Renato could see ravens everywhere, searching for the rebel base. They'd have to hide the Farfarer and go on foot. What if we get separated? Asked Lapino, for once thinking ahead. I'll show you a map to the base. Renato told Lapino.
Renato, don't do this, said Zenobia. We were friends once. We...
Shut it, witch, or I'll shackle your mouth too, said Lapino.
See? Renato thought. There was no way Lapino was working for the Empire. He really hated Zenobia. And then, a few moments later, they touched down. As Lapino pulled Zenobia off the Farfarer, Renato readied himself for the battle ahead.
I'm sorry I nicked your jacket, she said. It's just... Oh God. It's stupid, but... It smelled like you. What? He said, confused. Then... Why didn't you ride? Why didn't you first speak? Oh, save the romantic nostalgia. Let's go! Shrieked Lapino. So Renato launched himself down the path to the secret base. This chest was really awesome.
See what I did there? Zenobia, Hypatia, the kid's mother. Renato had never thought he'd date a librarian. He'd always figured himself for the barmaid type. But then, he'd never figured the library of Ubar would have comic books, or that Hypatia would know anything about them. He missed her. Walking Zenobia to the rebel secret base, where she would be interrogated. So, why was he feeling so scared?
Would anyone put his slinky collection in a strongbox, thought Renato. The magic slinkies? Oh, there was something else.
Renata felt a little better. A very clever engineer named Elon Musk got his start making floating platforms. Not many people knew that. They caught their breath. It's beautiful. She's... Do we have to stop?
The masses have been raising their fists about a handful of nobles with too much ambition. This is it envy that the power that I seek is something they want for themselves, or are they just criminals who want to steal from us? There is one punishment for such a crime: death. Make an example of the leaders execute anyone who dares follow them. Or is it fear that the sacrifices I have been making would extend to them? Is this